What bothers me is that I believe that mutual respect should go both ways. I don't think that one side. I don't believe in one side because that's not right. Because when you be one side, it can also happen to you. But I keep hearing about, and first of all, disclaimer: I don't go by the one drop rule. So I do go by what was in our genealogy. I can care less about a white man saying that we look black to them. We are mixed. If I put parentheses of black, we are mixed race black people. Okay, in America, and not all mixing. Please stop using the theory that we all came from white men's race. Because I have a full grandma who's a white woman. Okay, who was a white woman, should I say? And like I say, rapists come all covered. We got Diddy, we got R. Kelly, we got. So can we stop with this nonsense that a person's race depicts their action? Because when I did my research on my white ancestors, I was shocked. It felt like a puzzle missing. It been filled. I kid you not. And I learned something about myself that really changed how I view things. I also understood spiritually white supremacy on that level to how to handle it different compared to people who don't do the research. Okay, because I see it when African people who choose to follow the masses one drop dumb rule, and they don't do a rabbit hole on their ancestry. They just sit here and just let things go, and then they wonder why they stuck in one place. So you learn a lot about your white side of your family tree, and you can get idea how to handle your white racist cousins. Even though half of us can't pass for that, those in our family who can. And I say family and when it comes to our people, but I can't pass for white. Okay, so that's why when you know how to handle white supremacy different compared to not knowing how to handle it, because it's in your bloodline. So let's get to the subject about the topic video. I'm tired of on here is one side thing. Quote unquote black men disrespect quote unquote black women, but we see a lot of sisters, not all, disrespect brothers, and no one calls out. Well, I do. Okay, I call anybody. But a lot. I have a few subscribers. I call everybody out. My video defending Jorge Pena got flagged. I had to fight it because somebody got offended because I called everybody out. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't share. And so, and they're all disclaiming about bitch and hoe. I never heard. I get that rappers in the 90s paid by the slave owners, properties, companies, and record execs. They sold their soul to the devil, and they called bitch and hoe, and it was Arkansas a sister. When I was coming 46, bitch and hoe was universal. If you disrespected me, I don't care if you was a white woman. I don't care if you identify as black. You could be darker than me, lighter than me, by shade. I don't care if you're Hispanic, Asian, whatever. You was a bitch or a hoe. You sleeping with different men and cheating on your hoe. And I call men hoes. Actually, most men are hoes. And that's how a woman is a hoe, okay? I call men bitches. I never racialized the word bitch and hoe. And I grew up in the 90s. I'm 46. Okay? When I went to a mostly Hispanic school, but at one time it was mostly white, one period of time in the 80s. And a teacher, them Karen bitches taught to us crazy. Now in elementary school we were scared to curse, but some middle school we started cursing, right? We refer her as a bitch. Mexican woman, bitch. Sister girl, bitch. I mean, she can be light skinned, brown, whatever. It didn't matter if her mentality was a bitch, and you had girls call them bitches. Like I mean, I don't. It hurt. Like the Lois Tucker, I get. At first, we didn't get. We thought she just yapped them out, but now we get. Okay, but when I never had an argument with a brother, and I called a woman who had be a sister a bitch. I said, dude, I call any woman a bitch who disrespected me. I don't care what your race, what their race is. A bitch is a bitch, no matter what her race is. A bitch means a spiteful woman, means a female dog, a spiteful woman. So if I gotta deal with someone being spiteful, I'm gonna call it what they are. They don't care what they really be, black, Mexican, white, brown, whatever, Asian, Chinese, whatever, Jewish, English, Christian, Catholic, Saintness. It don't matter. Protestant. Okay, I get tired of these labels, and it's like this specific person don't get no, 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 no. If they acting like a bitch, I'm gonna call what they are. So bitch is a bitch. I don't care what their color is. Shit. Okay. Now a woman is nice and kind, you don't call her that. But that mean woman who don't care and want to cause, and yes, before we even call a Karen, a white woman that act like that, yes, as a kid, I called her a damn bitch. You know what I'm saying? White girl in school, bitch. Spain woman call me doing this. Perra means bitch. Puta, hoe. Okay, it don't care what they color, so don't come with me with that racial mess. Cause when people disrespect me, I have a habit doing the same right back their motherfucking ass. I'm not gonna be treated like some sucker. I'm refused to. I've been there. It ain't gonna happen. So let's get to the subject about this sisters being saying that brothers get disrespect, but then where it come from? Oh, ratchet ass mammy. Okay, because I came from ratchet ass mammy, and I'm glad I wasn't raised by her. And she deceased. So when these so-called mothers who embody the slave master's mindset abuse their sons for white supremacy. For some dumb reason, they don't realize they are training a monster. I'm bipolar type 1 and PTSD. They in they sick mind cause some dumbass preacher wolf in sheep clothing. And I'm an ex-Protestant, I'm not a fan of conservative Protestant. I'm from is all the truth. Okay, told them in their head because Massa quote the Bible back in their other ancestor that we can see. Let me get a concept to y'all because y'all don't. That's one thing I told you in the beginning of the video. Y'all don't do a deep rabbit hole diving on your white ancestry. I do. See, when the slave owners, our white ancestors used our black and mixed ancestors as cattle, they were being pimps. I'm not saying pimp in the good, I'm talking about pimp in the bad way, okay? They were lazy, talking about the white racist people with our family tree. They use humans with human trafficking going on right now. That's what human trafficking is slavery to make money for them. While they sit on their ass and not do shit. Okay? So your ass been told because you have black blood and they see Africans as violent, like they see our Native American ancestors as violent. It was always justified. Them are savages, but they acted like savages. Okay, and they told the slaves, since you are niggers, you're violent, you're dumb, you stupid, you're not human. And they twist the Bible. That's why when I hear an African person, especially a prophet, even don't come preach to me, please. Get your behind away from me, okay? If he called me a devil, so are you. Distorting that word. That's why Jim Jones did what he did back in '78. Okay, half you were dumb that man make you drink that old damn stupid ass poison Kool Aid and died. Did not fight back and was scared to. So I'm glad I'm Generation X. I'm not the baby boom because y'all complacent of that shit. And so with you, yeah, you had freedom fighters in that time, but let's be truth be told, because I know people in that generation who in baby boomer inside who didn't like Martin King, who didn't like, and who talking about African. I ain't talking about white. I'm talking about people African descent who actually did not like the fact that Martin King has integrated. Okay, so you see what I'm talking about? He has sellouts. Why you think our black Hispanic hero, even though he was a Satanist one period of time, talking about saying that you didn't say the word nigga. He said it was niggas that killed Martin King. It was niggas that killed Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Those are niggas. And even though he was a Satanist at the time, talking about saying that Jr., I give right to senior saying they just out to that black Hispanic brother. He told it like it is. There was some niggas. They were no damn brothers. Y'all want to preach unity. You better discern who you want to unify with and stop preaching this damn unity to anybody that's just got black in him. Okay, got my damn nerves. That's why we in the shit we are. So anyway, notice, no discerning. So you're gonna sit here. So the slave master, white man, our other ancestor that we all got a drop of, told our black ancestors in mixed race, you are violent, you stupid, you niggas, you three fourths of men, you feed minded. You need the white race to guide you what God wants you to do. You was cursed by him, which is a false interpretation. A curse by him, so you curse. So we, the white race, are going to teach you how to live civilized. But you got to serve the master. And so it came to the black woman. And it said, well, because they was afraid the black son, by his masculinity, gonna go protect his wife, protect his daughters, protect um his mama from a slave owner. So he trained that black woman where every time there was a mention of her husband, that you don't want your son end up like this. So you better beat his ass like I tell you to. And you ought to save his life and put the fear of God. Read the Weird Lynch letter. It talks about that. For fucking centuries and generations, we have had this brainwashing in our community. And in that Win Lynch letter, it does say, had the nigger man, I'm used to N words so you can historical term, had a nigger boy, a man, to be mentally weak and physically strong. Why? And I do use the word chimp out. Let me explain why I use the word chimp out. Because instead of seeing some brother say, I'm not going to chimp out and I'm going to call myself a nigga, I'm tired of being Lawrence Fishburne in the movie School Days telling a dumb fake ass brothers you not niggas. This is why I agree with Harriet Tubman. Not, she tried to get the slaves out and refused to. She did. Sometimes she didn't. Okay, and I was told Harriet, sister, leave them niggas where they at. Let's run for our freedom. Fuck them niggas. They like to be masters niggas. Fuck them where they at. I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time. They trying to set me up and put me back on the plantation. Let them be where they at. That's what I told Harriet Tubman. Okay, so I'm saying because you would be me. You like to be the white man's nigga, I'm gonna keep your bitch ass where you at. I ain't gonna have to tell you this right. You like being treated less than human, I ain't gonna go ahead and dwell with your bitch ass. Hell to the motherfucker, no. So anyway, going back to this historical situation. So for centuries, every sister, whether because none of us are pure black no more. They said the pure black was gone in 1920. That's why they got rid of mulatto category and put everybody as black on census. Okay, because we got mixed up. See, mulattoes, Afro, indigenous, and black people start to intermingle. So that's when then you had people who passed white. They were also scared of that because one could pass white and get us free like Abraham Lincoln did. Okay, he was mixed white and black and he had two life folks. I know he wasn't Barack Obama. He was Abraham Lincoln. So anyway, so they used those butt dancing, butt broken preachers, those false prophets, to sit here and preach that narrative in the slaves. You know what I'm saying? Watch that movie. What's it called? Bird Nation, not the first iteration about the Ku Klux Klan. I'm talking about what about when they Parker playing Nat Turner. And remember, they said, remember white old carrying bitch said, this is not for adults, for not for niggers. They're only the Bible. Why? Let me explain something to you. Now learn this. Now, I know I'm not the perfect Catholic Christian, but I learned this. Saint Peter wrote this in the scriptures, right? Okay. Second Peter chapter 1, 2021. That's why I'm not Protestant. There's no prophecy a personal interpretation or private, whatever translation is private personal interpretation of scripture. And when people say, I remember old big Buddha Judy talking about private, though, when it says private, mean outside of the church. Thank you. Individual interpretation. It's supposed to be within the church that Jesus founded, not someone else outside. That's what Protestant camps. That's what Martin Luther did, made his own interpretation and turn into his own church. That's why you have different denomination Protestant. I'm just not a fan of Protestant. Okay. So then it also that's in Second Peter chapter 1, 21. Then in the third chapter, 15, 17, it tells you that Paul, see, it admits the Bible is hard to understand. is that Paul's teachings are hard to understand, that the ignorant, unstable will distort them as they do other scriptures. Therefore, be on your guard. See, that's what I'm saying. That old generation, especially because not every African American is Protestant, but a lot of them are, who came from that. Do you see why you can call us Generation X and Millenniums and Y is the worst generation? Because I see why. Half y'all were complacent of the white supremacy. Now, Jim Jones to me ain't no 100% white man. That dark hair, he had Cherokee grandfather, whatever. He had some white in his blood, but he did misuse our people, and he was sleeping, but sleep with me, doing the deity. Okay, he was doing, and while he was claiming, okay, you know what I'm saying, claiming he was a prophet of God. That generation before me, that solid generation was so complacent of oppression. This is why we were not respectful to our elders. It's not because they were elderly. They will abuse us, just like the slave owners. Okay, the men, the boy, you know what I'm saying? Why, and we weren't gonna tolerate that. We don't want to go through that what they went through. If you really love your children, you wouldn't put your children through the hell that you went through. But selfishly, me and them do. They want the same gratification that Massa wanted. So they make sure to use religion in the South and tell these mothers to be abusive towards their sons so they would not be leaders of the community. They would not fight for. This is why I shout to my Hispanic people. And I got Hispanic blood from Louisiana. That song La Rebellion by Joe Arroyo in Colombia, the Afro-Colombian singer. You know that pega mi negra when the black slave owner whooped that slave, the Spanish slave master ass. That's one of my favorite salsa songs. He whooped that damn because he hit his wife. Okay, so but see that's not in Latin America here. The Win Lynch letter, why Lynch letter was created because in Haiti, in the Caribbean, in Mexico, in Brazil. All these places had a bunch of slave revolts, and they were scared. The white Anglo-Saxon pride was scared, so they created this William Lynch letter so and put in our head that we would not come together because if we were able to read and research and be smart, because remember the people suffer through lack of knowledge, will come together. So they cause division. Then you say, well, you for division. You know why? Because you make a hard drink water. Because if you go to mess with someone in your community and that person is not going to go against the oppression, they try to talk you in. That's one how you know who's your enemy. They try to talk you in the state of being oppressed. Then they try to set you up that you will not escape oppression and not be in that situation. Okay? Because before I blame anybody about my sister, I do blame my old fake ass brothers and sisters who are very selfish, who need to be called out. And so this is why some of us don't have respect for elderly people because you outsiders like these Africans, Hispanics, and Asian, you don't know the English. Because one thing y'all do study our history is why we tell y'all asses to shut the fuck up. Now all the ones who have a big ass mouth want to jump in our bed when we come your business, you don't tell us to do the same thing. So they're teaching us a next generation and they putting in their head in order to teach us to be abuse us, mistreat, beat us, whip us, twist the Bible verses to defend it. They will be safe from white supremacy, which is not true because even people who do live by that bullshit, they still get treated bad by white supremacy. So this is why that we have this mess going on in 2025. And even 10 years ago on my channel, y'all know I did not honor that old crazy bitch Tanya Graham, who beat her son. Yes, he was wrong for throwing rocks at the police during the not George Floyd, it was the Freddie Gray protest in Baltimore. But for her to come in and whoop her son in front of the police so she can get some credit, that's what I had an issue with. On my channel, just like I'm defending those stupid, savage ass niggas as parents, talking about the men, talking about like Adrian Peterson. The mammies don't get no chill from me either. My mother was a mammy, and my grandma, my dad's side, my dad was old savage ass pappy. They don't get no love here. So I'm letting you know, we not in 2025. We out because I don't think y'all want to pass the generation down. Y'all dying off. As time progresses, more younger generation people are not going to die till they see the mess of the result of your mess. And you will be brainwashed and say, "Well, I ain't even." Yes, you are. You are. You're broken. You evil. And yeah, I know I ain't perfect. You right. That's why. But I ain't gonna tolerate your bullshit. That's one thing I ain't gonna do. You're right. You can call me the devil. You can call me saint. You just demonic as I am, idiot. You twisting Bible verses to get your little gratification. So if a brother comes from an abusive ass mammy, the daddy abusive to the pappy. So I don't even call him daddy. He just as abusive as the mammy. You don't think that it gonna put in his head to be just like that towards anybody? Remind him that. Some of y'all don't have psychology. I send psychology here because y'all feed mind by choice. I mean, you use that marker second term, but you all you feed mind by choice. Now I want everybody to hear this. I trash the racist Latinos. I'm trashing these plantation motherfuckers. They want to pass this tradition down to no the fuck no. We not passing that damn tradition no more. So if a brother gets an abusive ass mammy and no one ain't checking her and telling her she wrong, they going on and twisting Bibles. He find proof that your interpretation is wrong. He find proof that other communities, and don't get me wrong, it's abusive in every race, but those who don't practice is advancing. They like their mama is respectful and the son respectful. They don't. And they have a no. Have a good stable house. He see that's why y'all don't like integration because it show the result of segregation will fuck us over. So you they see well okay well they living better than me. Their mama's nice. They don't act like they're the dad. They just, what's wrong with me? This is why I say part of me agree with some of the immigrants saying we don't have a culture because this is not culture. This is a destruction for our white slave owner ancestors' mouthpiece that you want to carry because you want the same gratification as that white race of men in our families. Why you don't want to admit that you got white blood and you really got white in you because you want to act just like him with a tan. And it's not going to happen for me. So this is why that brother, when he see a sister and he need to notice, stop doing that because you got carrying bitches like Karen Bryant. Okay, because one thing I'm glad I went to integrated school because I told you we had carrying bitches. Woo! Especially back out. Oh, Lord, don't get me started with them damn Karen. We had some Karenita bitches. I told you I call all type of bitches of any race bitches. I don't give a fuck about their race. I care. I'm talking about the character. I don't care what's in that cooch. Okay, thank you. I call men bitches too. I call my own self a male version of a bitch. So anyway, I got a male bitch, a male bird with a dick. They don't take no shit either. So anyway, as I said, do you see why that when brothers get disrespectful because that condition of that mammy who never got caught out for what she was doing wrong? Everybody come in with complaints of her abuse because they been brainwashed and fucked up, feed minded in the head. Ain't nobody, the old fake ass woman show preacher twisting the Bible like his slave on the ancestor. Okay, worse than Jim Jones. No one tell them that they're wrong. So their brother said, well, damn, everybody else around me, well, why I'm doing this? Okay, so let's get to that. We already got the condition of the mammy, the savage mammy who never got caught in the pack. We took, I told you, when Agent Peterson whooped his son, I was not on that nigga side. No, the hell no. That's like, like your bitch ass, your savage ass up. So let's get to the subject with the sisters in the workplace, sisters in it. So I'm gonna tell you my experience. Macy's Memorial City. I'm telling you, in merchandise fulfillment. I'm the only brother that's mainly sisters, right? Some kind of Hispanic woman who had hearing impaired. I think she's from Honduras, very sweet woman. Then you had a African woman. very light skinned African from Sudan. So it's mostly sisters, right? And one sister she did apologize, but the rest of them they were prior arrogant. And they were all constantly yelling, talking to me sometimes in the that's why I look at y'all when y'all talking about when you so called black men because you sit here and play a white man's mouthpiece. You his bitch. Okay, when you disrespect us. When white men would come in, the whole demeanor would change and be nice and sweet. And we had a Latino Spanish dude, he wasn't Mexican, he was Guatemala, a very cool person. Worked together. And they was extra nice. And I watched them, y'all know I look. I said they treat him better than they treat me. But they want to whine about a brother going with a white woman, a Spanish woman, or okay, well, excuse me, and I'm not sitting here because I call them bitches of other races out too. Y'all know I do. So if you don't like nobody respecting you, don't respect him. Don't be playing this little entitlement shit that you can get respect, but no one can respect you. You can respect back, okay? And you want to laugh at that brother's pain what his mammy did to him. Because one thing about look, I'm with Lil Kim. Lil Kim whooped up savage pappy ass. I did too back in 1991. I showed them when my dad tried to whoop me. I grabbed that belt and we would fight back in 1991 in June in my big mama house. And when Big Mama was already dead, but me and my daddy fought. We sure did back in fucking June of 91. I was 11 going on 12 years old. Don't forget that shit. So don't come with that double standard bullshit. Y'all want to be violent and ratchet. Then when someone get violent, ratchet back your bitch ass, when you do it to them first, you want to cry. That's no. Respect go fucking both ways. I don't care. You can treat Brad and Jose and I'm trying to find Asian name. You can treat them other men with respect. You can treat your brothers the same thing. Don't whine about when it comes to happen to your ass. Okay? Because nobody's not gonna give you a pass because you have a coach. I don't get a pass up here. I don't care if you got a dick coach. I don't care if you're darker than me, lighter than me. I don't care if you white. I don't care if you're black. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about all of those stupid. I don't care if you're older than me or young. Those stupid demographic shit. Because you're trying to get a pass to disrespect somebody and get away with it. But when someone call your bitch ass out, you want to whine like a bitch. You don't play that here. Respect go both fucking ways. And some of you dumbass people don't get in your fucking head because you've been brainwashed by a massive white ancestor and his niggas who continue to take it in next generation and try to twist a damn church Bible with that and call themselves a damn Christian. Okay? This is why the Bible goes church, why people talking about the witchcraft. This is why witchcraft and insane is big right now. Cause no one don't call out them toxic ass people. Now yes, I call out those in the Catholic Church too as well. Shit, you know how many times I threaten when I go to confession, I ain't been a long time, threaten a priest, I go tell a pope on their ass and they get scared. I'm not tolerating nobody abusing me and mistreating me. So that's why you get disrespected. You think it's okay to respect a brother and cause some nigga who don't love themselves didn't defend themselves. Cause his ass been conditioned. Okay? And I ain't that nigga. Okay? So you already know that. All right. So that's why I gotta see. This why I say we should not come together because people still hold on to that brainwashing bullshit and they trying to enforce it on all hell to no. Hell no. It ain't gonna happen. I don't give a damn. You did not know. One time some priest told I said I'm not here. I'm gonna tell that priest, oh, I don't give a damn, they'll not know. I ain't said it in the church, but I wanted to. Shit. I'm not tolerate that shit no fucking more. I'm near 50 years old. Disrespectful people don't get it no more. For real. Okay? I don't care about somebody else who endure it. I don't want to endure it. So that's why that you get disrespected because you feel entitled. Because I remember, and I said, why they treat him all respect and they don't treat me respect and laugh about it. But bitch, when you do it back to your bitch ass, you want to cry talking about your damn woman. I don't give a fuck what's in between your damn legs. Respect go both fucking ways. I don't give a fuck about how your uneducated family taught you this shit. It doesn't matter. It's 2025, we're on 2026. Why are we still dealing with this bullshit? Because we got folks want to carry that stupid torch to the next generation. Not no more. Hell to the motherfucker no. In this 26, 2025, and 20, we're not taking that no more. And have your elders in them little old folks' homes. They will also stress that too. And shout out Sukiyama. This is why, and it's not just the brothers, those savage ones, them savage bitches too. This is the reason why we leave our elders in the elder home. They're the epitome of white supremacist ancestors who want to carry that torch to us and get the same gratification you can get with Massa and his kids, his other relatives, our relatives. So they want to get the same gratification. That's what all about. Anybody trying to teach them about oh Jesus. This about gives them pleasure to disrespect and feel good about it. That's why. So when they in there crying and crying and don't want to go visit their ass, that's their karma of it. Okay? Because I don't got time for it. I don't give a damn about that bitch ass getting time for someone else. We don't want to go that bullshit. Hell to the motherfucker no.